This video is a summary of everything that was said in the coins alert. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe to my station to get more XRP news and news about cryptocurrencies in general. Look at this now. Is the game over? According to the most recent reports, the SEC dropped some claims. Before we go any further, there is a new crypto airdrop going on Telegram right now. It will soon be over. Make sure that you take part in this airdrop. Just below the movie, there is a link. Do not miss this. Let's watch more of our movie. The SEC sent a notice of appeal to the Second Circuit Court a few days ago in the case that is still going on between Ripple and the SEC. There are three main points to the argument. The fact that Ripple gave XRP to its employees, that XRP was sold on platforms, and that CEOs Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larsson sold XRP. A new post on X says that the court has not gotten the acknowledgement and notice of presence by the due date of October 18, 2024. Both the note of appearance and the recognition have something to do with the case. The story called a game over SAC, which was a dramatic ending for the Securities and Exchange Commission seat. In reaction, Mark Fagel, who used to work as an attorney for the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, made it clear that this has nothing to do with the SEC. Happily, Larsson, the defendant, whose lawyer has not shown up on time for the proceedings, was something he brought up as being important to the case. Someone else asked what was going on and said that the action was called Securities and Exchange Commission vs. Ripple Labs and that Chris Larsson's name wasn't in it. They also used the fact that they thought the SEC had dropped its case against Brad and Chris Say as a reason when they got the user's comment. Mark replied, confirming it. Even though the letter doesn't name anyone, he said that the docket sheet he gave had all the necessary information. He also made it clear that the remaining individual allegations against the people were still valid even. Though the SEC had thrown out specific allegations against the people related to helping and betting on Ripple's illegal institutional sales, another thing to think about is that XRP is becoming more and more popular among institutional buyers. Based on new documents, Bitwise wants to start an exchange-traded fund ETF in Delaware for XRP. But this filing hasn't been sent to the SEC yet, and it may take longer than expected because of the appeal that is still going on. In the current legal battle that Ripple is having with the SEC, the company is making strong moves. An important document was sent to the court by one of the company's co-founders, Chris Larsson. This comes just as the deadline for a key statement is approaching after the Second Circuit Court of Appeals warned about problems with the case's procedure. This part of the process has been finished. Can you give me a report on what's going on with the SEC case? The Second Circuit Court of Appeals told Ripple on October 22nd how important it was to finish its Form C submission in order to file a cross-appeal against the Securities and Exchange Commission. One thing Larsson did quickly was to make an urgent move to speed up this process before the deadline, which was coming up soon. Will Ripple be able to turn in Form C on time? Ripple has until October 24th to turn in the Form C document in order to keep its right to appeal the SEC's choices. Should Ripple not meet this limit, it might lose the right to have a public defense in court. Chief Legal Officer of Ripple, Stuart Alderode, made it clear that sending in Form C will not change the fact that XRP is currently considered a non-security. This status has already been in place. He said that it is hard for the SEC to reach its goals at this level because the decision that was already made about XRP is still actionable under national law. Is this a sign of things to come for XRP? People in the area around XRP are paying close attention to how the case is going. A positive decision for Ripple could cause the price of XRP to rise by a large amount. Some fans think the price could even go back to its all-time high and hit lofty levels like $17 in the future. The report that Chris Larsson made shows that Ripple is serious about the problem at hand. Someone might miss their chance to make a case if Forum CAC is not turned in by October 24th. As of right now, Ripple says that XRP is not a security under the established rules if the case wins. It could have a big effect on how much XRP is worth on the market. The proactive steps that Ripple took show a big turning point in the company's legal pack. In the event that the court rules in favor of Ripple, the XRP market may perform significantly better. This would show that the community is optimistic about the future of the cryptocurrency. There has been a big change in the court battle that Ripple is having with the SEC. Chris Larsson, one of the founders of the company, gave an important paper to the court right as the deadline was getting close. Larsson turned in a notice of appearance before Form C was filed. This was done in reaction to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals warning about the procedural errors that were linked to Ripple. The latest news in the SEC's Ripple case was on October 22nd. The Second Circuit Court of Appeals sent Ripple an important warning about the case they were in with the SEC. As for the cross appeal against the SEC, it was said that Ripple had to finish sending in its Form C right before the due date. Larsson made a motion to speed up the process, which was seen as an important motion. It's almost time for Form C. Ripple needs to send in the Form C paperwork to file its cross appeal against the SEC by October 24th. It's possible that Ripple will lose its right to a public defense if it doesn't turn in its papers on time. Stuart Alderode, Ripple's chief legal officer, has made it clear that sending in Form C will not change the decision about whether or not XRP is considered. This is because XRP is not a security, as stated in the ruling that is still in effect and recognized by the country's laws. Furthermore, Alderode said that it would be hard to achieve the outcomes the SEC desires at this time. Many people who use XRP are eagerly anticipating the decision in this case because they believe it will have a big impact on the currency. People think that the price of XRP will go up a lot if the case is thrown out in favor of Ripple. There are even rumors that XRP could go above and beyond its previous all-time high. Some people think it could reach $17 in the long run. Representatives for Ripple have said that they have not done anything wrong with the case's processes. The company says that the cross-appeal is being sent to get rid of the penalties that the SEC put in place. As it says in the end, Ripple's most recent move is seen as a key step in the case. If the decision goes in favor of Ripple, the value of XRP is expected to go up in a big way. Larsson, co-founder of Ripple, is making a big court move. The case between the Securities and Exchange Commission and Ripple is getting close to a very important turning point. Larsson filed a notice of appearance just a few days before the important deadline for Form C. This was done to make sure that the company wouldn't miss the deadline for its cross-appeal against the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Larsson said that Ripple was taking this action to stop the SEC's enforcement actions and protect its important court victory about XRP's non-security status. The information given is not meant to be taken as trade advice. Any purchases made based on the information on this page are not the responsibility of the people who made them. Before making any investment decisions, you should definitely do your own study and talk to a professional who knows what they're talking about.